we become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November.
Just from what we've seen so far at the RNC, we don't have to wait until November to see the Republican Party get completely unhinged.
They can't even define what a woman is. Today, due to bold leadership, the Democratic Party lies in ruins. The left is in retreat. Freedom reigns supreme. The woke mind virus is dead.
Hey everybody, my name is Tim Sheehy. Those are also my pronouns. I've been a he-she for 38 years, and I can promise you going to elementary school with that name in the 80s was not fun.
My name is Nancy. Don't call me Pelosi. Mace.
You could tell she was really proud of that one.
And our message to Gen Z is this. You're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative. Say you want to get married, have kids, teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country. Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too. That too is what it means to be an American.
Vivek, how has nobody thought of this before? Nothing says sticking it to the man quite like literally becoming the man and working to actively perpetuate and strengthen the systems that are currently oppressing you. How stupid does Ramaswamy think Gen Z voters are? Broadly speaking, they are an overwhelmingly progressive/leftist voting bloc that wants structural change to the country, not for some slimeball grifter like this dude to insult their intelligence and hijack the counterculture image that real leftists have worked tirelessly to build and maintain for generations. And speaking of insulting the intelligence of young people.
And I believe the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
The RNC trotted out Amber Rose, a social media influencer and accused crypto scammer, to try to win over a younger and more diverse crowd. Though anyone with more than 2 brain cells can see that she's just in it for the money and online engagement and is following the right-wing celebrity playbook to a T.
We need to expose the Democrats' corruption, and better yet, the Biden family's corruption. And guess what? I know just the man for that job. Donald J. Trump has only one conviction that matters, and that is his conviction to make America great again. Thank you, and God bless America.
Also in attendance was reality TV star Savannah Chrisley of the show Chrisley Knows Best, whose parents, Todd and Julie, were found guilty of federal wire fraud, bank fraud, and tax evasion charges, and were initially sentenced to a combined 19 years in federal prison. While it's second nature for the RNC to prop up as many literal criminal families as possible, it is still astounding that the base is so out of touch and blind to the truth about the celebrities and political figures they worship. But we all know law and order doesn't matter when you're cheating on your taxes, scamming your fellow Americans, or trading stocks and making investments with confidential insider information.
Inflation has gotten so bad, you can no longer bribe Democrat senators with cash alone. You have to use gold bars.
And also, what's going on with Matt Gaetz's face? Seriously, we believe that anyone, including conservative demons like him, should have access to safe and well-regulated gender-affirming care and have no problems with elective cosmetic surgeries. But we do have a huge problem with politicians like him, not only for allegedly paying a 17-year-old girl on Venmo to hook up with him, but for smearing the trans community, drag queens, and the broader LGBTQ+ coalition as child abusers, for advocating for access to to gender-affirming care for qualifying minors and the protection of LGBTQ+ youths.
Greatest hits about the 2020 election being stolen. No one's mentioning it. Political grievances, weaponizing government. Nobody's mentioning it. Nobody's calling the January 6th rioters patriots or hostages. All of that seems to have been excised from what the Republican Party is trying to portray here on this stage. It is notable.
The Republican National Committee did urge some of these speakers to tone down their language in these speeches, and so clearly we're hearing a reflection of that in these speeches. It represents a shift. It is so notable that these speeches are toned down and devoid of some of that typical red meat that you hear from former President Trump and from his allies.
And when you have a complicit media like this, laundering Trump's image and running defense for the years and years of unhinged, violent rhetoric from the right and reframing the conversations, moments like this will fly under the radar.
As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal aliens, I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now. You're damn right.
And we cannot allow the many millions of illegal aliens they've allowed to cross our borders to harm our citizens, drain our resources, or disrupt our elections. We will not allow it.
Biden and Harris want illegals to vote now that they've opened up the border. Republicans will repass the SAVE Act to block illegal aliens from voting in our elections.
We are facing an invasion on our southern border. Not figuratively, a literal invasion. Every day, Americans are dying. Murdered, assaulted, raped by illegal immigrants that the Democrats have released.
And then the Democrats flooded this country with millions of illegal aliens. So citizens had to compete with people who shouldn't even be here for precious housing.
Trump's new vice president, J.D. Vance, couldn't help but get in on the anti-immigrant dogpile, though he is married to an immigrant himself. Don't let the rhetoric, celebrities, and the media get in the way of seeing the reality of what the Republican Party is truly all about.